Hello lovelies, my name is Bryony if you've never been here before. Normally I do cruelty-free and vegan makeup reviews and tutorials on this channel, but today I'm sharing with you the complete cost breakdown of our wedding. I thought it was really important for me to actually share with you what the full cost breakdown was, because when I was planning the wedding I was looking at what other people had shared, and it's like you've got this extreme budget edition, but then that's also in America. I live in New Zealand, in Auckland also, which is one of the top 10 most expensive cities to live in the world, but we actually got married in Hamilton, which is 2 hours out of Auckland. So people actually travel down. The venue is stunning, as you can see. It's just beautiful. The best fairy tale wedding I could have ever hoped for. But we paid for everything ourselves. We also saved up for 2.5 years for this wedding to actually be able to happen. So I think it's very important that I share with you the complete cost breakdown of every single item. Let's just dive straight into the numbers, shall we? So right off the bat, telling you the style of wedding that we had. I wanted to have a more fairy tale style wedding. I wanted the venue to be a one-stop location for people to be able to go to. I wanted to make sure that people would have a full sit-down dinner. I wanted to make sure that there was an open bar. I wanted basically for people to have the best experience that they could have. I just wanted to make sure that everyone felt happy, like they had everything that they could have wanted, and that's exactly how it worked out. I've only received like the best compliments from the day. I also wanted to make sure that it was as economically friendly as possible. Like I said, paid for it all ourselves. So yes, that was painful. So I'll give you right now the total cost of our wedding, including our rings and everything. So that was 25,795 New Zealand dollars. That's how much the full shebang, rings, every single little receipt has been counted. That's how much everything cost. Now if you take out the rings, which is what a lot of people do, it comes to $18,795. Now there's a few key things I want you to know as well. So we had a guest count of 35 people because this was kind of during sort of the lockdown time as well. We had a lot of, well, we still do have a lot of family that are overseas, so they could not come and join us, so then that cut us down. So I'm going to go through every single category with you, and I'll share with you my spreadsheet of how I made sure to keep track of everything, because there is so much that people can just tend to forget about when it comes to this sort of stuff, that all the things that we omitted are, I will list them for you here. So we had no wedding planner, we had no wedding coordinator, we had no DJ, we had no MC. So already we've got all of those things gone. I did as much of this wedding by myself as possible. So it's very much an affair of love and dedication and sweat and tears and emotional breakdowns on my part in order to pull this off for this cost. It's still an expensive cost, and I'm going to show you the reasons why. Let's start off with the venue. So this was at Willowbrook Park Estate in Hamilton. Now the prices have changed since we got married, and also because it was through a referral, we actually got our photographer and videographer for a cheaper price, and also them for a cheaper price because of this referral. So I don't think that would actually work for anyone now, and I know that everyone's prices have gone up since then, which makes sense. Inflation happens, business plans sort of change, so everyone's prices go up, but this is what it is for us. The venue itself was $4,500, and so included in that $4,500 was accommodation for both Brandon and myself on site in their bridal suite. It was all of their linens, all of their tables, the full use of their commercial kitchen which they've got on site, which our caterers used, the use of the ingredients in their garden. It included breakfast for both Brandon and I on 2 days, and it included the setup, everything, and also it included the celebrant. So we had all of those costs rolled into $4,500. Now normally Peter, the most amazing celebrant ever, we couldn't have had a better person, oh my god, he's amazing. Normally it would cost around about that price to just get him to be your celebrant. So for that to be all inclusive is amazing. And then we have our photographer. Dear White Productions were the people that we used for our photography and videography. So they had a team of 4 people on the day with us because he brought his lovely wife along. She's such a sweetheart. Oh my god, she had the best photograph ideas. It was amazing. And they also include drone footage. So that was $4,580 for the complete package. And so I hired them for 8 hours of work, and then I had 2 photographers for the morning portion until it was just after the ceremony, and then after the ceremony I let one of the photographers go home. So that was kind of the way that I worked out. So we had the photographers arrive at 11:30 in the morning, and we fed them, because of course you have to make sure that you feed your people. If you don't feed your people, oh my god, please do. It's so important to feed them. They are working their butts off to make sure that your dreams can come true. Please give them decent food. That included 250 photographs. He actually ended up doing a lot more than that, so thank you very much, Dan. Your work is incredible, and oh, I can't wait to get this stuff printed. So gorgeous. So already that is about 10 grand gone already. So then we get onto the food of the day. So the food was $80 per head for a 2-course, including 3 choices of canapes. I'll have the menu on the screen now so you can see what it was. Staying on the whole thing of food, so that was $80 per person. Also for the food, I used them as well to create this beautiful grazing platter for the lunch, because I know that people, when they're getting ready and stuff, it's like you can't really properly stop and sit down and eat. So they created a completely vegan, gorgeous platter. People were shocked that the cheese was vegan. Like, it's seriously, it's that level of French kiss goodness. I cannot recommend them enough. Amazing. So the lunch platter was $20 per person for that, and that was more than enough food for people. And so I did that for the full bridal party, for our parents, for the family members, and also included the photographers and the people that were doing our makeup in there as well. Now, staying on the subject of food, if you haven't seen our wedding cake, here it is. It's stunning. Janine from Temptation Cakes completely outdid herself. So again, vegan wedding cake is also gluten-free. So the cake, because it's a petal design, it was quite a tall cake, and to do that petal design and then also hand paint it with a frosted pink on it, yes, she went the extra. That was $765. So another thing that can cost a lot of money, bridesmaid dresses. So I spent $555 on getting 3 bridesmaid dresses. Sadly, because no one could really agree on a sort of look that they wanted, and then by the time we could agree, we couldn't actually get it shipped in time. So sadly I had to use JJ's house, which kind of kills me inside to still talk about it. But the dresses turned out great on the girls. They all looked beautiful. I'm just kind of sad that I had to use JJ's house. And because I got custom designs for everyone, it did cost more, because I did custom sizing for every single one of my bridesmaids. Then that cost extra as well. So that brought it to $555. The men's suits. So we hired the men's suits. $750 to hire the suit. So every guy got a 2-piece suit and a shirt, and Brandon got a 3-piece suit and a shirt. So that was $750 for 4 of those? Yes, for 4 of those. The other thing that can cost a lot of money is the wedding dress. Now, I was so determined to get a secondhand dress, and I'm going to make a separate video about why you should buy secondhand, why you should sell on your dress. And so my new wedding dress, including alterations, cost $2,250, which was a lot. But it's a beautiful dress, and I'll be selling that on to make sure that someone else can still enjoy it. Now, you've seen those beautiful flowers. So that was actually from this lovely little place called The Flower Patch. It's actually based in Hamilton, and she did 4 bouquets and 4 boutonnieres, and that cost $460 for all of that. So all of the gifts for our family and for the bridal party came to $657.10. So that was for jewelry, for things like the ties, the pocket squares, the gifts for the parents, the gifts for the person that was sorting out our music. Okay, so decoration hire we're on to now. So from one company it was $373.75, from another company $57.50. So that was for things like easels, for the arch, for a wishing well, and for the candy floss machine. So those were all of the things that we hired. Everything else I got secondhand. Which brings me on to the decorations for the day. So the flowers that are on the flower arch, the candelabras, except for like the new candles I bought, which was $8 or $10 or something. Everything else that you see at our wedding was secondhand. So all of the secondhand decorations at the wedding, $835. So that was for all of the secondhand big frames, all of the candelabras, all of the photo frames that we got, the flowers. That also includes the paint equipment, and of course we've still got things like the candles, the ring box, cake topper, every single little thing. Like you can see my full spreadsheet right now. Now here is one expense that I could have saved on, but I'm quite glad that I did go ahead with it, which was my hair trial, as well as for my bridesmaids. So I got a hair trial through the same company that did our makeup. Turned out like trash. They didn't offer a refund. They didn't offer a cancellation possibility. It was a bad experience overall for everyone. All of my bridesmaids' hair fell out. It's really trash. So $350 was spent there to make sure that the hairdos would work. They didn't work. So I then had to try and find another company, and because I'd already paid 50% deposit to get the makeup done and the hair done by this company, they weren't going to give me that deposit back, or even allow for that. So I was just stuck in this situation where I had to hire from another company to get the hair done. I couldn't afford to get another trial done for obvious reasons, so we just had to kind of wing it, and we went with Bells and Brides, and that was the best thing that we could have done. So getting makeup done on the day was $425, and getting the hair done from the nice company, which I will talk about, was $522, and that's for 4 people to get their hair done, and the makeup was for 3 people. So for our dance lessons, that cost $360 to be able to do our coordinated choreographed dance. Amazing people. I will list their website down below as well. They were so good, and yeah, we just had a really fun time doing that. Even though on the day my dress was too big for us to like pull it off to like the massive pizzazz, it was still great. That is literally every single cost except for the alcohol. Now I'd budgeted for $50 per person because my friends are kind of like me in the fact that they can drink. So I was expecting everyone to get lit AF, and they didn't get like too lit. We did run out of Prosecco because you have candy floss and Prosecco in the same place. You have to put that candy floss in the Prosecco. The De Bortoli Prosecco is now our favourite Prosecco. Like we literally have like now 4 bottles left downstairs because it's so yummy, and it's around about $15 a bottle, so I was totally happy for that. So that is the complete cost breakdown of our wedding. Like I said, I did so much secondhand, so much by myself, and you can now see the entire breakdowns. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew what the whole honest truth was, because it's important that you know. So if you did find this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to check out all of my other wedding content. I've got a wedding playlist, so I'll list that for you as well, so you can just go to your heart's desire. I mean, like, what else are we doing during this period, right? And also, if you've got some other cost saving ideas, please list them down below as well, because I'm very much here for any way that people can share different ways that they can save money on a wedding. And like I said, I wanted to make sure that things met my particular standard. My particular standard and my wants are very high budget, but that's the champagne sort of level where it's about $100 a bottle. We're on about $15 a bottle for what our budget is. So if we'd have actually done this thing properly, our wedding would have been $50,000. So even though it's been expensive, I still feel like we pulled off an amazing event for a decent budget and shopped as ethically and low waste as possible. So thank you so much for watching, lovelies. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you again very soon with new content. Don't forget, I come with new videos every week, and during this lockdown period, it's twice a week. So you're welcome. Please support me. Please subscribe, because when you do that, it validates me, and I need a bit of validation right now. So yes, thank you again. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.